Shit, 38-0 is the pole position. Probably lucky to get a 38-3. Well, we took our old setup and we modified it in Heat 4 Career and got about 3/4 off of it. And we're working on it last few days for this race, and I think we got about 5/10 off the starting and 7/10 off the or 8/10 off the ending. You know, still not enough to win it. You know, this race, because these guys are still like almost in the 37s, and they don't slow down near as much. But for league racing, we probably can kill it. .38.3, I actually hit it, but only 5th. Well, it's better than a 38.7th and an 11th, so, which is the last time. So much better. We don't have a goal. This is ARCA, so it's no stages, no playoffs. I don't think there are playoffs, and just points. So we're going. And Michigan is one of those tracks, like I talk about, that's just like, how fast you gotta go here? Because it's really hard. It tends to get loose off too, as the run goes on. And, you know, the way these cars are, they kind of get worse handling when you're in a pack or group around other people. We're still faster in the middle of the turn, but when we're in a pack like this, we tend to be at a disadvantage. Although I'm thinking that maybe we're just decent enough. Maybe not. We started out the last race here. Same specs, just 100% instead of 50%. 25%. Yeah, we started out here, and no, I'm not saving gas, because 10-1 there's going to be at least one caution. But started out 13th and really was struggling. We had the fastest car on the track for like the first 3 laps, and then we proceeded to, you know, fall off a cliff. But we adjusted on it and got, you know, progressively better. Basically a top 10 car, and we ended up finishing 6th. Argument for a top 5 car near the end there. But we had a little longer run than we could hold on to it for, so we had to back up some. Ooh, okay. I'm loose. I've been loose all day. I've been tight all day. I wonder how much of that is the fact that I have to slow down in the middle of the turns, so I'm not heating the right front up enough, and it's imbalancing the car. Yeah, I already figured out that these guys, the reason why I don't think I'm going to win, especially if it's a long run, is They don't really slow. The leader doesn't slow down much below like a 38, a 39.1. Yeah, I know. Half of you are like, I started out at a 39.1. I know. I used to too, and that was fast. But these AI guys in championship mode are something else. See, and now my tire wear is kind of backed up a couple adjustments ago. Because I had it where it was running, it had normal tire wear. With the right front, you're supposed to be wearing a little bit more than the left front. I went through had an even part, and now here in the race, it's regressed to where the left front is wearing a little bit more. And that's gonna upset my handler, potentially. Essentially, it's made me a little bit looser too. I'm confused about that. Yeah, it's so weird how you can get the car a certain way in practice outside of a race, whether it be online or against the AI, and then you get into the race and it's like, wait a second, I fixed that, and you still got the same damn problem. I also fixed the tight end, but it's back. Probably why the left front is wearing a little bit more. Hello, Clint. Clint's got the on fire symbol, which means he's going to be, end up being the guy that everybody chases. Probably end up being 3 cars like there are right now. It's Kyle, Clint, and Denny behind me. Hey, Denny. He hates me in the other series, but here we're still friends. See, I fixed that. See that tire lift? I fixed that. Well, if I'm a little loose, then I'm going to add some wedge, but I don't have a whole lot of wedge to add. I converted this setup. It's so funny because I gained a lot of speed by lowering the front weight and lowering the wedge a lot. Lowering the track bars, blah, blah, blah. And to get it more stable and to race better and be more maneuverable, I ended up with a high front weight, high wedge, high track bar setup. Yep. I kind of started with the high track bar setup with middle weight, middle front weight, and high wedge, and just, you know, been all over the spectrum, all the way, everything all the way down, and now we're a little bit back up. But I also have a different shock arrangement, which is why I can actually drive the car. And tire pressures are kind of standard, a little more on the left sides because it's inherently a loose setup. Well, it wasn't this loose when I decided to start the race. Watch for be no cautions. Well, you know what? There aren't. I have a chance. I have a feeling this is going to slow down more than I have been. Okay, the number you want to be slowest before you pit during the run is a 34.0. Right? Yeah. 39.9, 39.8. That's the race, you know, with the fastest guys. These guys are faster than that. They're over a half a second faster. The leaders, the top guys. And it's the fall off. They don't fall off nearly as much as you do. I mean, I got everything on normal for the AI. They don't have an advantage or a disadvantage. I don't give myself an advantage. Where effectively all those drivability and AI settings are all normal, which means same. I prefer it that way. That, you know, to me, that's a baseline of how I'm running. Okay, so I see we're getting that numb nose thing, which I, again, have not really experienced until now. About 15 laps in, and down to 39.1, which is slower than we have been. But not bad. I'm about a tenth off. It's that tire wear and the looseness that bothers me. I'm sliding up. I'm purposely doing that to maintain some speed. You know, the longer I can stay in Denny's draft and not lose it, the further ahead I will stay of the pack behind us. I want to be here and not, you know, back there like I lost to the first two guys. The tree might be catching them here soon. And Denny is doing the, he's running the, my handling isn't as good as it was line, but I can't get by him. It's so weird. It's so easy. I got it so it was so easy to turn in and rotate the middle. And even though I'm a little loose, it just won't turn in right and rotate right. See, it's not bad, but if you notice, it's rotating, and then it just stops. Brendan. Well, at least I cleared him. Yeah, he's gonna catch me. He's a couple tenths faster. I suppose. They can get out earlier, get on later, and still beat you down the straightaway. But you're faster here in the middle. It's just once you hit the transition, I messed that up. But once you hit the transition, it's like, yeah, they're gone. Not quite, but it's kind of like you're running 7 cylinders and they're all running 8. Okay, well, we're getting looser, so it's turning in better. We're coming up on halfway through the run. We're going to get by Denny again. Thank you, lap cars. Yep, he's in flashes. 2/10 down the back straightaway. He's probably 4/10 faster than us overall. Nah, I just pulled out a 10. So I'm probably, when I can run the turns, I'm probably 2/10 faster than him because of the turns. But they're 2/10 faster than me down the straightaway. So at the moment, it is almost a wash. He's back to point 4. This is lap traffic he's got to deal with. If I can get by these guys before turn 3 and not have them mess me up. Oops. Not have them mess me up too much. Yeah. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Well, because of that screw up, I was 2/10 slower, and that gave Denny 2/10 more on me. He took the high line, and he's slower up there now. But I bet you I'm going to be at 4 anyway, because I think I slowed down. Yep, see? I can't get this turn right. It won't turn in. I have to slow down more. Which with the gear I have, I lighten the gear up just well. Actually, I put the gear up 1 click from a 291 to a 294. So we'll speed that up. And it worked good, but it started to roll through the center better. And sometimes when you have too high a gear, especially if you're trying to get speed down the straightaway, long track like this, the lower gear, 294 versus the 291, can actually hurt you by limiting your top speed and your drafting ability. It's different for each track. Sucks to be so much faster in the turns and not be able to take advantage of it down the straightaway. But, you know, so here if you look, I'm up at 8,500 RPM entering turn 1, which is the correct RPM to end the turn on a 1.5 mile or bigger track. So I'm not, you know, I'm not out of whack in that respect. It's just, you know, this package will work great on an online league racing, but it sucks against these super AI. 39.4 is really, really good. And that's with passing guys and whatnot. I was able to get a better entry there. So I'm thinking about 2 clicks of wedge up, and maybe I have a 1/4 pound air in the right rear, and maybe put that up to a 1/2, because you see we're 47 and 44. 1 click is 2%, but I like to do 2 clicks adjustments. And I'm kind of betting if it goes green, we run this out, that I will be looser. You know, it'll be like 4% instead of 3. Well, what that'll do also is put more weight on the right front and take a little weight off the left front, hopefully helping that overwear on the left front and stabilizing it. See, 45, 41. It'll probably change right away, but it's leaning that way to 4%. I don't want it to be even, so I'll take the even in the wedge adjustment, and I will, you know, increase it with the tire pressure adjustment. Because I don't want to kill the turn. It's already tight. It already gets tight in, and I know right rear is, you know, loose off, but it also, see, it kind of drifts up on its own. But you know, it's a short race. We got 19 laps. We're running in the top 5, which is totally cool. We're not going to make up 9.2 seconds on Clint. He did take the lead. No one noticed. And those on fire guys can be on fire. .39.4. Well, we lost the 10th, but we gained a whole lot of drivability. That's why I race, you know, because you can. And I noticed recently, you know, I've been working on some setups, and I noticed recently some of the YouTube videos that advertise, you know, speed or time. They're really fast times at certain tracks setup with their setup. And see, there's the caution. That's the adjustment I was planning. Just out of curiosity. So, I noticed that, you know, like when I put a setup in, I'm like, you know, I'm usually, you know, 3-4 tenths off. And then I noticed, and I went back and checked a few others, because they look really good on paper. And I realized what they're doing is they're doing low fuel runs. You know, either they're putting it in ×4 and running a bunch of laps till they have, you know, like 2 laps of gas left, and then coming in, fitting for tires, and then just putting down a heater lap or 2, you know. So I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. Whoa, oh, no. Damn. Screw it. I know I'm further back, but I'm testing something. But I noticed, I'm like, yeah, well, there you go. There's the 2 3/10. Because a low fuel run, especially on a, you know, a 2 mile and a bigger track, is definitely a huge advantage speed-wise. For those of you who fancy themselves that have, you know, fast custom Daytona Talladega setups, you might realize when you run and you know, you get low on gas about halfway through the run, you pick up a tenth or two, because, you know, you're not hauling around 400 pounds of gas. You're only hauling around, you know, 200 pounds of gas or less. That's 200 pounds. That's like a whole, that's carrying like 2 extra people in the car. So when they get down, when they get out of the car, they speed up. I'm a little bit slided. Wall will be okay. Oh, back up to 4th. So now we got a shot to win. A little bit fresher tires. A little bit more speed. How to stay off too much. We're going to pass them on the outside. But we're fighting for it. We got a fighting shot. If we can hold them off and not fuck up like that. If I don't pull away in the turn, Kyle's going to pass me that. Made it better, but I'm still a little loose. And that extra tape kind of hurting me now. Not want to hit them, but they slow down so much. I'm still not used to that. You know, each track is a little different, but they slow down a ton here. And I might just have to settle for second. So I got nowhere to go with all this speed, and then they start pulling me off the turn. See? So I was on his quarter. I didn't fuck up that entry. That's damage. Long screwdrivers are good for that. Turning in good. Maybe bobble a little bit, which is not good. I'll throw back there. Whoa. Bobbled it. See, I'm faster. Right now, I'm looks like even with the bobble, I was 2/10 faster through that turn. Came back on me a tenth. If I can pull out another 2/10. No. He didn't pull back on me on the straight though. Wow, 3 and 4. That was a 10. You're going to take it back. 2 more laps. Well, coming to the white, I believe. Nope. And we're pulling away. I'm glad there's only 1 more lap. White flag. Damn. Too hot. But it worked for us. Even if he comes back on us, he ain't gonna beat us to the line unless we wreck. And we're not gonna wreck. 2/10 faster in 3 and 4 when I got a clear track. Boom! Well, after that tough race at Richmond, we are back to victory lane. Oh, damn. Yeah, I could, you know, I could have saved, you know, 50 laps. But I knew I wouldn't have to because I knew there was going to be at least 1 caution. No matter where it came, it would make it so that everybody could make it to the end. So we did learn something. We learned we got a really good setup. Not as good as these AI guys, but you know, close enough that in the right circumstances we can pull off a win here. I'm trying to understand why it gets so weird in the race. But I can't be, you know, I can't be upset. We won, and we picked up about 7 from this race, 7/10 over where we were running before in the last league race. At the end, we were running 4s, and I was hitting running 33 4s, and I was hitting 34 1s. Some 0s, but you know, I go by the slowest clean lap kind of thing. I was watching the video, so yeah, that's still fast, but part of you know, working on Auto Club also, which is the sister track. Auto Club has 4 degrees less banking in the turn, so this is 18 degrees, a little higher bank track, so it should be faster. You know, Auto Club, I got like, you know, I got a setup that's like, you know, faster. That was my fault because I wasn't paying attention. See, just a little bit. When you're running this fast, that on the edge, it's doesn't take much to cause an issue. But I did go from 22nd to the lead. Yeah. And won. Yeah. I love the through the infield view where you can't see anything. Looking good. I definitely, at the end with that change, I know I didn't, I barely, 10 lap run or whatever, but it felt better than it did starting off. So I knew right away, like third or fourth lap, that it was too loose. So definitely gonna start with those changes next time and work on Michigan. Because I think Michigan is done for now. It's not where I wanted to be. Like, we got a Martinsville setup that's probably, one of the fastest now. Running against guys that, are known to be really fast. And, yeah, I didn't win against them, but, when you restart like 8th in the last stage, you made some adjustments, and then you realize you're running the same speed as the 2 guys in front of you. Where, you were losing a 10th or so earlier on. Yeah, that's an accomplishment. Because, there is a theoretical limit to how fast you can go at each track. And I don't doubt that some people have hit it after 5 years. I have a 38.0. I was really hoping I'd be able to get into the 37s, but nope, not a dominating performance, but I was able to race it. I was able to maneuver, and I was fast, and I was a contender. Oh, we're going to Iowa next. Yeah, I have a really good setup for Xfinity, and I have a good setup for truck. But it's like, it's like I was working on Talladega, and I made a huge gain at Talladega single car speed, but also race as a race setup, not as a qualifying setup, because you can't race most of the qualifying setups. I mean, you can try, but you end up giving up too much, in my opinion. I like to go wherever I want, and not just like change lanes and get into trouble and wreck the field. But that's me, or blow your tires or whatever. But Iowa's one of those tracks where I get really, really good speed in the truck in Xfinity, and also good tire wear, because Iowa's one of those tracks. But I go into the Cup car, and I can have a winning truck and a winning Xfinity, and then I go into the Cup car, and the Cup car is like top 5. So it's a little bit. It needs different stuff. When you get down to the differences that the game makes between the 3 vehicles, they are different, and each needs, to be stupid fast, each needs a little bit different settings, because of the aero differences and engine differences. So anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, ask me questions, and we will be back. The next race in the Heat 5 ARCA Cup is Iowa. But I don't know what I'll be racing next. Just, not feeling 100% today, so we ran a short race, but made some really good headway and progress, so it's always awesome. Thank you for coming along. See you next time.